Welcome to Jnanarjane, Empowering Excellence. Friends, today's Wednesday study circle, we have arranged an excellent program, which is actually new areas of practice. Many chartered accountants already taken up, and the opportunities are keep on coming. And IBC exams are regularly happening, and members are keep on passing, and opportunities are coming. So in that regard, we thought it appropriate to have a session on pleadings before NCLT benches concerning IBC proceedings. So who is the better person to explain and educate us on that other than the person, our own member and an advocate. He is practicing across law and having excellent experience and educator too. He is sharing, always willing to share his knowledge with all the members, students. So on behalf of Bangalore branch and on behalf of all the participants here, hearty welcome to CA Venkata Shivakumar. Hearty welcome, sir.
Welcome. 1 minute, sir.
Welcome to Bangalore. Welcome to Bangalore. So, friends, the session is pleadings before NCLT benches concerning IBC proceedings. So, that is the one of the most important topic for all the IBC practitioners. So, we thought it appropriate to have it today. Friends, you are the reason for this program. Hearty welcome to each one of you. And I'll take a minute of yours to inform upcoming program. Tomorrow we are going to have another very interesting session on what are the various opportunities available in FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Foreign exchange management as a very important topic. It is growing day by day as our export and import business is growing. It is currently $400 billion. It may reach $1 trillion in another 5-6 years. That is what the projection is. It means we have a lot of opportunities. That is the reason we have arranged tomorrow a session. What all the various opportunities available for our members in FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, by specializing FEMA. It is not just attending one program. You cannot make a practice, friends. So I request you attend that, so understand what all the various opportunities available. And I know all our members are capable to learn new things. So FEMA is one such area where there are a lot of opportunities and we can make a lucrative practice. In that regard, we have arranged tomorrow's program. I request all of you to look into and register. Visit bangaloreica.org, register that program, learn that and specialize on that FEMA and make a lucrative practice. And day after tomorrow, 2 days program on mergers and acquisitions. 2 days program, mergers and acquisition from Friday and Saturday. 27th and 28th, 2 days program we have arranged on mergers and acquisition. Again, it is a very interesting topic. It is a happening city, Bangalore. There are so many mergers and acquisitions happens. We can play a good role and make a lucrative practice in that too. In that regard, I request all of you to visit bangaloreica.org and register to that program again. So there are so many new programs we are conducting, which are all new areas of practice. As we already know, and many people are informing on a regular basis, traditional practice are going down, whether it is GST or income tax or any other traditional practice are going down because of automation and the government intention to do ease of doing business. All these are the reasons to go down those practices. But for a chartered accountant, there are many doors are open. Only thing we need to educate ourselves, specialize and grab those opportunities. Friends, we are capable of that. In that regard, Bangalore branch is conducting so many new areas of practice just as an initiation. We throw light, then you say that whether if you are interested, we can conduct next level of program too. That is the idea we have started. In fact, we have conducted many work, this WhatsApp group also. CA to CFO program, we have a WhatsApp group. Succession planning, we have a WhatsApp group. There you can internally exchange all the information and have your own small group and learn more. Specialization is the need of our friends. Just a general practice may not work in future. All the corporates are getting information very easily. The basic information Google Master himself is able to give. So we chartered accountant needs to specialize and little more we have to provide, then only we can succeed. In that regard, your branch is taking all the initiatives. At the same time, I request your support. You look into that and make yourself successful chartered accountants. That is the idea. With that note, hearty welcome to each one of you. Please visit bangaloreici.org regularly for all our upcoming programs. Thank you. Over to Divya.
Chairman, very pleasant good evening to all the participants and to our speaker of today's program. To give a brief introduction about CA Venkat Shivakumar, he is in professional practice for the past 30 years. He is into teaching CA students for past 30 years and trained more than 2 lakh students. Presently, he is practicing as insolvency professionals. He appears before Madras High Court, NCLT, NCLAT, and he's having 12 years of pleading experience. He's also gold medalist in graduation, FCA, LLM. Hearty welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Start the.
Over to you, sir.
Good evening, friends. It's a great opportunity for me to address you all. And I must first thank Mr. Shetty, chairman of this Bangalore branch, and Madam Divya for introducing me. Here today, this is a very interesting program, actually, which will give you a new horizon. And as rightly pointed out by Mr. Shetty, that traditional areas of chartered accountancy, if you go on depend on that only, will be a very difficult thing. And let me just take you through this. This insolvency and bankruptcy code, and what is that I have to do. I was into teaching, and thereafter, after long teaching CA students training, then I didn't know, I wasn't in practice at all. Thereafter, we started with, because the competition in education has increased so many times, so we were not able to survive. And then we thought, what is the next practice? Audit. Audit means what audit can you do? Bank audits only. So I again jumped into the bank audits. It was a terrific competition, and somehow we succeeded there in bank audits because of my teaching knowledge, costing, finance, solely we built up. And then came this insolvency economic legislation, which started in 2016 end. 2017 it started becoming operational. You know, first I would like you to tell what my experience from that. You know, to get a bank audit, stock audit, we used to go 10 times. And then thereafter there will be competition. Even the bankers are willing to give more. There will be a quotation, 5,000 rupees. They are ready to take it up. So in that situation, we were forced to, a lot of competition we used to face, and struggle, and to get concurrent audits and all, how much difficulty. So we got it because of many of my students were general managers. Then this legislation came, and I was advised to join this by our institute. In fact, Sri Priya madam, she was in charge that time, I think so. She really did something, and somehow persuaded me. I wasn't keen on this new things. And thereafter, somehow when we had a chance to meet a GM of Indian Bank, at that point in time, she was doing something. Then I realized that there is a great scope for this immediately I studied insolvency and passed the exam. Like an early bird. Then somehow I got, because the bank connections, I got some assignments. Process started going on, and luckily I've done well. Well, in the sense, the fees is in crores. Fees we get in crores, not in lakhs. And in liquidation, one assignment, I don't need to, because we pay tax also. That, so there is no point in that. It is the liquidation means you get commission based, 5%, and assets realized distributed on a table method. And thereafter, I've been appearing in bank, high courts and all. Then these pleadings as a resolution professional, as a liquidator, I was appearing before the tribunals almost on a day-to-day basis. I will explain you. And I was, certain days we used to have 32 cases, arguments. And against me, the topmost advocates appear. And they charge around 7.5 lakhs per appearance. Most of my cases, if you take, the advocates were having jets, private jets they have. That is the extent at which the game has on. And as a chartered accountant, I found slowly more chartered accountants are coming. Of course, now there's a lot of saturation has come in, and presently we had a COVID. As a result of this COVID, it has, economy has been affected, but then everything will get over. And I would like to, don't get, you see, you have to make a way for you. And here today's topic is, I'm focusing little how a CA can capitalize this area. That area, there are so many areas in insolvency. And there are so many areas which I'm going to talk, but specifically, I'm going to give you some inputs, not only for you as chartered, only focus is chartered accountants, because this can help you even appearing before income tax tribunals, tribunal appearances. I can tell you, friends, not exaggeration. One is maybe because most of my all cases I go with full facts in hand, well prepared, strong case. So almost all cases I won. Every day I'm appearing 2-3 cases minimum, but still we developed certain skills which I want to share it with you. They are in the evolving stages. Right. As a chartered accountant, you may think, I am not a lawyer. I am a lawyer. I've been appearing before the court, so I understand all these things. So how can that apply to you, to me? That is the first question you will ask. But see, CA is there. Disciplinary cases are tribunal proceedings. If you are a resolution professional, then there are a lot of disciplinary mechanism is there. There is disciplinary cases, there are tribunals, income tax tribunals, and here national company law, all company law matters. There is a lot of work is there. You all can appear. A chartered accountant can always appear before all these tribunals. So it is a great opportunity. You may not be a lawyer right now. To become a lawyer, it is, see, even in a legal education, passing is one thing, you can pass, but then thereafter, the area you specialize, arbitration is there. Arbitral tribunals are there. So it is my lecture. I'm not a lecture. Sharing my experiences with you. Always, I believed whatever little we learn, and I go on do research on that. I go on try myself. What is the problem? How to do it? Can we do it better? And I'm not whatever it is, whether risk or not risk otherwise. I decide to find many system problems will be there, and one problem is reforms to be brought into insolvency and bankruptcy code. I saw that this is a beautiful legislation. It's a very good legislation. Most mismanaged legislation is insolvency and bankruptcy code. Adjudicating authority sits and decides on thousands of crores money, and it is just left to like that, and the nation has lost almost 10 lakh crores, I can tell you. Though you see in IBBI, every time they say it's a great success, fantastic legislation. I always wanted to, I'm not saying it's bad, legislation is very good. It is badly implemented. Here the question is, all the papers, Economic Times, all of them, all the experts who are never having idea about IBC, they keep writing in the insolvency papers and all. Then they keep writing, it's a very good successful legislation. Here, what you should have achieved and what you have achieved. I'll be able to recover 100 rupees with this legislation, most powerful legislation. I have recovered only 1 rupee. And I am now comparing SARFAESI Act. They got only 10 paise. We are better. This is what is the argument of IBC, IBBI. Now, from the beginning, I was seeing what is this, such a simple legislation, you could have made it work. And it's going, every stakeholders, they were misusing this. You can say this is a legislation which has come to recover money from the delinquent promoters. You see, one is example, I say one promoter is to come and tell me that I started business in 96 with 1 lakh rupees. Then I grew it in 2018. He was under insolvency. He used to tell, I am able to take 1,000 crores from banks. 1,000 crores from banks he was able to take. I am able to take 1,000 crores from the banks. And I have started my business with my other persons carefully, and my business is going well. Now this legislation has come. Everybody thought we can use this legislation and come clean. They started with Synergy Dure. First, this thing, 1,000 crores bankers gave. And 6 crores, the same promoters took over. 980 crores of rupees gone. So that is, they have become clean. Everybody praised. Everybody started praising them. The IBBI chairperson praised that resolution professional. What a wonderful job he has done. That started after 22 years. The parliament sat immediately and passed one legislation saying that how can the delinquent promoters take over it? The legislation is to collect money from them, and at the end it resulted in being advantage to that. So I just to brief you, not this topic, you should know what is this subject. Thereafter, I have filed one bill, how to bring reforms in this. I have done a lot of study on that and discussed with so many advocate generals, everybody. So many works I have done. Finally, Parliamentary Standing Committee, whatever reforms I wrote and brought it, court has passed the orders and all. Now they are decided IBC is a failure, and now we need to emergently correct it. You all know it about, I think so. So this is the background. Now second thing is opportunities. Actually, friends, wherever chartered accountants, there are 3 people, CAs, ICWAs and company secretaries. This ACS Institute, they have done a lot of canvassing in that area, and most people, they got into this insolvency. Now ACS, you know, they can study like a postal coaching. Of course, I'm not degrading, they are very good. ICWA, you know, they keep on imitating CA Institute. Even ICAI, they write. These three institutions have formed professional agencies and they tried their best. They really worked to build that. And what happened, these resolution professors, they were all just like, no industrial experience. The law became a procedural law. Everything is procedure. But the object of resolution is reviving the company. Entire object. It's a sick company. And the company is now not doing well. Share price is zero or minus, negative net worth. But if you are able to revive it, it will become like Satyam Computers or any company. That is the concept of IBC. But you are giving a chance to a person who doesn't know what is a business, who has never saw how the business is run. First mistake this IBB has done. They also, people in the helm, nobody has experience in reviving a company. They were making laws, legislations. Therefore, they were focusing only on attacking the resolution professional. That's why many ran away. Completely, it is man destroyed legislation is IBC. Then started chartered accountants. Even many, our institute when it was there, all big four people have come in. They took away massive. Their director of IPA was a person who was getting the opportunity. Mr. Dinal Shah was in charge. And in fact, he was in trouble in the IBC. And in one Bharti Defense, the case is also there. He charged 62 crores as a fees, their firm. You understand, fee 62 crores is the fees they finally booked. The company went into dogs and all that. Finally, what happened? This IBC became a legislation, a beautiful garland in the hands of monkeys. And every ecosystem failed. Only professionals made money, making money. This is what is the background. But yes, this is a legislation helped very well the private lenders. They will go out and do. But public sector banks, they were the people beaten because our tax money will be funded. Now, entire IBC legislation you see, nowhere creditor is responsible. Nowhere in the law. Who is the creditor? Bankers. Who gave the money? 1 lakh fellow, you gave 1,000 crores and you lost all the money. Who gave? Bank chairmen only gave. They are not responsible. So, this is no doubt. It's a BLRC, Banking Law Reforms Committee did a work on this, that. But finally, the basics, the basic reality, they have not addressed it. They are not willing to address. Even these IPA agencies are there. Professional agencies, ICAI is there. For no reason, they will file disciplinary case against them. Business legislation, dear friends, business cannot be brought into because you are doing work, it's experiments. Understand? When you do sincerely and honestly a work, some mistakes can happen. When there are no qualified interests, there is nothing wrong. But then immediately they will haul you like anything. They are doing only one thing is disciplinary cases, filing and threatening completely. There is nobody to represent. Anyway, that is the background. Now, coming to the subject. First point, I would like to explain you with my experience. This NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal. Throughout India, every state has got NCLT. Actually, it was there for company law matters, mergers, acquisitions, and various delinquencies to be addressed. But over a period, insolvency took over that. The adjudicating authority who sits and adjudicates on both company law matters and also insolvency matters. There are benches. Madras has got 2 benches. Delhi has more benches. Bombay has much more benches. So each bench a division bench, it is called, one judicial member, and another is technical members. Technical members, you can be a chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary. Large number of chartered accountants are now coming into that. If you have a like for adjudicating authority. This is an economic legislation. Accounts. Only CA combinations are very good. The way they adjudicate, if you see, corporate lawyers and all. First, we'll talk about NCLT. The ecosystem comprises of IBBI, NCLT, that is adjudication. This is so important, adjudication, because it is a time-bound resolution. The entire process is when the company is sick and immediately it is admitted. Thereafter, somebody is appointed resolution professional. He immediately takes over, runs the company, finds another interested parties, hands over to him. The company is expected to revive. Lot of legal process is there. Every day in and day out, there will be mistakes and doubts are there. Thank you. And you are supposed to address that. Who will address? Adjudicating authorities. One resolution job is there. You will have one assignment is there for resolution professional. There will be at least 100 case, 100 or 200 times you may have to appear for various things. More the money with the company, more cases will be filed. So there should be, but you know, here another problem what happens, Madras has got, actually my Ministry of Corporate Affairs is the regulatory body which has decided to have 3 benches in Chennai, but they never made 3rd bench operational. Even the 2 benches you have, the judicial member retired and first technical member retired. Therefore, 1 bench only was working. Morning 1 bench work, another bench to work. So many cases. So the net result is nothing is going on. Nothing. Just adjournments for 2 years. What can the adjudicating authorities do? Too much of pressure. Administration of the NCLT. And the workers, this workforce are appointed on a contract basis. By the see, a case is decided, LRA will be there. He will write the order. The judge will tell what order to be written. It is a very difficult task for adjudicating authorities who are really doing the job there. So, first you should know that if you are a resolution professional, you can be very successful only if you have a legal background. Legal means you appear yourself. You need not be a lawyer. You are a chartered accountant, you can appear as your person. Because you gain lot of experience. Not because you are doing day-to-day work, chartered accountant as a resolution professional running the company, compliances. Some problem comes, he comes to the court and then appears. Of course, if you keep on appearing, then who will do the work? That is another problem is there. It's a question of how do you manage all these things. So this is called NCLT benches. Technical member will be there and then judicial member will be there. And you are appearing before them. How do you be successful in this? What are the opportunities? First, I am only talking about how you can be successful. What is there for you? It is a process of this lecture is to motivate you to think of new opportunities. If I have not taken up this, I really feel would have lost a lot, not only in terms of monetary terms, various other areas. You can do great service. I was rated best because in liquidation I was able to get 100% to the bankers. Liquidation, you won't get 10% also of the claim. And every banker tells me that it's because of you, so many crores have been realized. So how I got it, I would like to share. Now NCLT is there. The adjudicating mechanism is the three-layered adjudicating mechanism. One is benches, appearance before these benches. Then there is appellate body, NCLAT, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, and then Supreme Court. There are three-layered mechanisms. Please don't underestimate you as a chartered accountant. This is a great opportunity. As a going to banker, going on begging that fellows for audits. You get the audits, no issue. But the amount of time, quality time you spend, the risk you are exposed to, the insult with which they treat, and GST or income tax department, and after all these things, disciplinary case against you. And our institute was keeping, a BSc graduate as the director discipline for years. Director discipline doesn't know law, and he will pass orders. Very, very dangerous thing, for our. Anyway, that part is not there. And many council members who are sitting there, they are not lawyers. They don't know legal. They will just like that pass orders. One president was telling, I remember, long time back, we punish the members so much that even Supreme Court reduces the punishment. He is telling. He told, I was thinking, why should you punish a member? What for you are punishing members? Law is to be applied equally to everybody. So you do one mistake, you give him 5 slaps and say, we are very good. We beat up all our members. Correct. They don't know the law. That's why he spoke like that. Anyway, now this is a very respectable area, friends. You must start with. You don't need much knowledge and all that. You will learn. You will learn. Be confident. This is one thing I want to tell you. Many of us, don't do anything because somebody will tell, you, that's not our job. Okay, you get beaten. You learn. Everybody was beaten. And then only become better. Don't leave that. This is mine. I remember in 2010 when I was appearing, 2011, because I did law that time, but I don't know practice law. Talking, I'm a teacher, I can talk. Once you allow me, I will talk. Against me, advocate generals were appearing. 4 advocate generals against me. Understand? Anybody would have ran away. But in my case, I thought this great opportunity, you can understand how they are arguing the matters. We'll learn. Then I realized one thing, friends, this is also a part of the game, I'm telling you. I will give you one simple example. For this, you must believe you are very good, but not arrogant. One case was going on. I'm telling you the confidence levels. Nothing big, common sense. Law is a reason, logic. You understand? Here, one case was there. It was at number 21. And I thought 21 means it will come late. So I thought we'll come. Immediately phone call came. You please come. Your case is numbered now. Number 2. I said, number 21, how can number 2 it will become? No. Other side man is a very big lawyer. Very big lawyer. Oh. So I came. NCLT matter. I came. And he was walking like this. Just like this. And all the lawyers, big lawyers and all were like that, they were seeing him. I just came and all, then they said he's only going to argue against you. Anybody can argue, what is there? Let him argue. Then the case started. The gentleman, The judge was a brilliant judge, sitting there, extraordinarily brilliant. One Mr. Prakash Kumar, he became the president NCLT. Case started. That adjudicating authority told him, I will not entertain 21 as 2, but you said, what is the reason? Something. This is a big man. This man is a very top man. For a hearing 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs, something he charges. Case. That has started. What is the case? They filed a case against, I'm a liquidator for a company, and a property, about 100 apartments. I have to take custody of that property. It belongs to company. And the petition was made, filed by them, the landlord, saying that he should not take, the land should not be taken into liquidation estate. That is the case. Prayer. Restrain the liquidator from taking the asset into liquidation estate. Asset memorandum is there. So the top lawyer started. When I was handling Shawala's company, this, that. Oh, bomb. Almost 35 minutes. Then he said, this liquidator, when we gave him a compromise arrangement, what is that he's trying to do? He's refusing to look at it. Bomb is going on, attack you like anything. Understand? Then is over. 40 minutes. 40. Then the Prakash sir asked me, Shivakumar, you please reply. Then I told him, what is the prayer? Prayer is for taking the matter into liquidation estate. Then what senior is arguing is about compromise arrangement. Section 230. Compromise means you give what is the arrangement you have. Then I will place before the home buyers. Then I will take a call. So what is the prayer and what is he arguing, my lord? That's all. Case over. 2 minutes. Case is over. 40 minutes he spoke. So actually I found as things went on, whenever a top lawyer appears, he comes unprepared. He doesn't come prepared because somebody would have told him, junior will tell this is the case, he will listen half, doesn't listen half. Then what they will do is, they are give a face value, the judges will be afraid. They will give a lot of time for them to go on talk. I'm not talking about all, but generally all. 1 or 2 people will be. In this case, one Chidambaram, finance minister, appeared earlier, past. Excellent. The way he argued was fantastic. He never blames. He just explained this is the law, this is how it should be handled. But all others I've seen, they will bombard you, bombard liquidator as a fraud, thief, like that they will talk. So then the judge told him, you please answer him. Case is over. You understand? So there is always, don't underestimate you. That is first requirement for you. Even suppose you are getting fumbled. After 5 minutes, 5 times, 10 times, you will become all right. Everybody will fumble, friends. Everybody will fumble. And you know, your heart will beat when you appear before the court, when the matter comes before you, high court and all. That's point 1. Remember that when you take up the matter, I'll tell you how ABCs of this. Calmly, be prepared very well. That is one case. We will go back. As a chartered accountant, what work you can start with? You have a team. Article clerks are there free. 5,000, 10,000. So you start one separate division. Some article clerk who will be with you for some time. They may not will stay with you long. but there will be somebody. You create one team, and what is that? How will you start your game? Now it's a virtual hearing. You can appear from Delhi, anywhere you can appear. Anywhere you can appear. What a opportunity for you, friends. What an opportunity for you. Very big opportunities. So how do you start? You can, IBC is simple. You will learn by experience. Everything is available on the internet. As our Shetty ji was telling, everything is available on the internet. And you have to take some time to study, apply logic, common sense. One by one, I will tell you my experiences. Now I told you, the case study that I gave you is, first, what is the lesson that you can learn from the case study that I gave you? IBC legislation is a economic legislation. And corporates appear. For them, money is no criterion. So always they will appoint somebody who is a very big lawyer. Two, the big lawyers mostly come unprepared. And the big lawyers will pound you, abuse you. Senior counsels, they do that only. And they will come for a weak case. Case will be weak, then they'll come. So, there is a great opportunity for you to learn from that. Point number one. In my case, just now I explained you, literally, I had 2-3 law students. We were studying together. So I tried to help all my friends. And they were shaking when that gentleman was coming. I told him, why you should shake? No, sir. He's a very big man. He is now my close friend. He is my close friend. He appears on behalf of the Union of India now. And very nice man. He's a gentle person. So what is their logic. There are stages in which you can, coming back to help you. Suppose this lecture, if it is useful for one, as Mr. Shetty was telling, we are trying to give so much for our members. Even one person is benefited is great. So I am talking for that one person only. Immediately you set up these things. I am telling you. Daily what you do, if it is you are in Bangalore NCLT will be there. Chennai NCLT. And Madras High Court. Madras High Court Chief Justice Bench. Honorable Chief Justice Sanjeev Banerjee. He is one of the greatest judges I have ever seen. All the judges are very known to me. My close friend is in Supreme Court, my classmate, we were together. But all are good. If you want to learn the law, pleadings before the court, please, you can access that. Madras High Court, you put it, it will come. And then open it, first bench will come, click, you can enter. Keep your audio and video closed. Don't show your face and all. Slowly, time is there, you please spend time. Extraordinary. Point one, you can open 3 screens at a time. Second, NCLT. Because NCLT benches, the live cases will be handled. Great judges are there. Very brilliant judges. Honorable Prakash Kumar sir is there. Honorable Varadarajan sir is there. I know only those people. I don't know about Bangalore, so I can't comment. Honorable Madam Sucharita is there. And NCLAT also came to Chennai. I'll tell you about NCLAT, that story. So, first 1 month, 2 months, you do this work. I repeat, you take IBC book, daily 10 sections you read. And lot of videos I have done, you read them, you know everything, you know. Then you start looking at all this. First step. Second, make a team of your chartered account, 1 or 2 people enough, good typing. You learn how to file the petition, how to prepare affidavits. That is the first step. Okay, friends, you can charge only for anybody is in trouble. Section 7 petition, Section 9 petition, all these things you can do. You can charge also 1 or 2, 3, 4. You will get, people will come to you. Not big. Otherwise, some trouble is there, you call us. In this profession, what happens? Nobody will teach you, because that is the advice for which they make money. But I will explain. All juniors, every junior calls me, sir, what is this? Not that I know everything, but whatever little I know, I will tell them. I don't think twice, because let more people survive. We are sunsetting for us, for me. Understand? So that is the first step. And those of you depending on bank audits, how many bank audits you will get? You tell me. The bank managers who are retiring, general managers, this is one great opportunity. Many GMs are retiring. They all ask me, you please, IBC you study, we will help you. And within 6 months you will start, an additional stream will come, friends. And that will come with confidence. The 6 months you can see, I have taken one thing, friends. Judge position is like Lord Shiva, Kailash, Dharmastan, Dharmam. In High Court, no, many judges, almost all judges are very good. They are highly experienced and they will respect everybody. You have to come prepared, otherwise you will get beating. Why should you go to the judge and waste his time? First, you should believe they are gods. Don't bother about it. Some judges will criticize you. They will ask, you don't know this? You may be getting tensed. See, first you should assume that no judge will dislike you or like you. Why should they like you, or why they will like you if you are very well prepared, if you are knowledgeable and you are able to make a point and you don't unnecessarily argue the point when you know it is not there. Don't waste the court's time. That's all. Second is, they dislike you for going on hanging unprepared, telling something, adjournments you ask. So that is the discipline you can. No judge likes this man, dislikes that man and all. Maybe judges like senior counsels because daily they will appear before them. But they respect them because of the senior counsel's capabilities. You can become like that. Be professional. Suppose the judge is abusing you. Nobody abuses. They may pass comments against you. Don't take it to heart. Understand? Judge may be there today, tomorrow they won't be there. They will go. But the bench will be there. You will be there because you are the profession. Understand? So personally, don't take anything. This is one prerequisite. That 1 year time, you know, friends, you will have some troubles. So right now, you are equipping yourself, a small team, a good typist, your type also, these things. Very little learn. That there is one course I will ask our Shetty to conduct for you. You can establish it. Back end operations is called. Point number 1. That is filing petitions. Now petitions filing, you have to file through e-filing and then you have to submit hard copies. How to file a petition? That you should learn. Simple. Once, 2, 3 times you are failing, you will be all right. So for filing section 7 petition, section 9 petition, minimum you can get 3 lakhs, friends. Filing and arguing. How to argue, I'll tell you. Here, friends, in this case also, when you meet lot of RPs and all, they require supporting services. Supporting services. That is another area where this IBC institute to go on ask you doubts and all. filling up them, maintaining the records, registers, transaction audit, forensic audit, physical investigations, many things, so many areas are there. All that you have to be nice to the resolution professional if you are not one. Do the job very sincerely. That's all. Don't think. Youngsters, I'm giving more because the old CAs, they may not be interested to listen to this lecture also. Because they are always income tax, bribing, this, that, they're busy with that. And what can you say for it? Because you can't survive. Some discipline case will be on somebody. They are so scared. So scared. And GST, income tax, company law, register of companies. Now everything is coming to, everything is going out from the CA profession. Therefore, you have to look into this area. Very brilliant area. A lot of early bird. So first step over. This back-end operations everybody can do. Start it as one. See, you keep seeing that daily investment for you is 2 hours appearance, screen appearance before Madras High Court, and then this, then you will know the cases, how they are being argued, how they are being handled, and you will get immense knowledge. Immense knowledge. That is the first step. I hope I'm clear. Anybody has got any doubts? I would like you to post it. Chat is there. This area alone, one by one, if you can ask me, or I'll run.
There is one question in chat box.
Okay, I'll see that. Sir, there are hardly any IBC cases initiated by banks since the moratorium was lifted. His IP is losing the sheen. Sandeep Kothari. Yes. See, the point is like this. Last 2 years, this COVID has come, and the initial stages, they have not introduced that personal guarantee. Personal guarantee, they should have invoked that. IBC did not, IBBI did not do it. Now only they have enacted. So all the business is killed now. COVID is there, complete economy is in trouble and highly mismanaged because the demonetization has ruined the informal sector. Now it will take some time, but then there is enormous opportunity. But see, today, I told you in the beginning, Synergy Dure, 100,000 crores, he has taken over the company. Now balance money, the bankers can invoke now. So therefore, there is an opportunity for you. The opportunity will not come running to you. So this is what everybody is saying. Dear friends, don't bother. There is a great opportunity. Are you ready? Now if the opportunity comes, are you ready? You are telling no opportunity, so I am not ready. What? You be ready. You please plant the tree, a plant, then it becomes tree. Fruits will come. There is a legislation, very good legislation. Why Parliamentary Standing Committee suggested, you please read whatever I said, whatever I put it in YouTube 1 year, 2 years back, same. Everything I said, this is how this legislation should be worked. Of course, many of the MPs in the standing committee were my friends. So they were listening and they tried to apply. Jain Sinha, Honorable Jain Sinha, with 29 members. Beautiful work that it will emerge. So don't think like that. What moratorium and all, now everything is lifted. Everything will get solved. You understand? But in India, it is slow. That is the only point. So please be ready. Don't please be pessimistic. A great opportunity is waiting for you. And yes, any other questions so far as the back-end operations, setting up the team so that you become great. Lot of money, friends. Do it sincerely. That's very important. When you have too much money, you tend to do mistakes. Then CA name will go. Chartered accountants profession's name will go. That's okay. That you can connect with me, but Shetty ji is the creator, Brahma. So he will take care of everything. Can I proceed? Can I go to the next level, sir? Any other questions here?
No, no other questions, sir. You can carry on.
Okay. So this is the first step. How many of you going to start? I would like to hear so that it will start. See what you are earning. Bank audits, I'm telling you, honestly, I can be. Bank audits, what I, in education, whatever, the bank audits, if you take whatever you are getting X rupees in that's 1 year, that X rupee you will get in 1 month from this IBC backgrounds, consultancy, right? So now comes the first step, be opportunities, back end operations. Now friends, second is we are going to take up the, you can be an advisor, not only back end operations. As you move on, you can be an advisor, you can give opinion, and 29A eligibility, you can give opinion on various matters. As you keep going, the opinion, friends, they charge 10 lakhs to give an opinion on these matters. And so it is not a small money. And particularly the youngsters or middle-aged people, this is a great opportunity. Legal advice and mergers and acquisitions. I am told there is a lecture. Because most of the cases we deal is section 230. That's a procedural law. And in fact, some of the, today any company, when liquidation is ordered, the first one will be 3 months, 90 days is the window where you have to explore the possibility of restructuring the company through the process of merger, where the secured creditors meetings you have to conduct and they will take over the loan. And that is another one is there. Procedurally, we have been appointed chairman of various things. Company secretaries are very dominant here, where we can also do. I'm telling you, anything you charge, fees is very high. And this 230, there is entire process is there. And I remember I was appointed as a liquidator for one company. It's a 1,000 crore, 1,500 crore company. 2,000 crores, let us say. Now it's not there that much. Land is, building is there. I'm running as a resolution professional. Then I can. The Honorable NCLT first directed, you try this. And we are dealing with that. And friends, every month there against me 32 petitions, 32 cases. One full day is allotted for arguments. And all the people, ministers, various connected persons, their lawyers. Who will be the lawyer? Top lawyers, all advocate generals, retired, etc. Solicitor generals appear. And is a lot of learning. Today, liquidation, you ask me, then everything is liquidation regulations, rules, IBB, everything is in fingertips. But this company, 29th May 2020, was admitted to liquidation. At that point in time, I don't know what is 230. Even the law is also like that. Particularly IBC Connect, not the other 230. That is a simple 230. Mergers, acquisitions, share splitting and all that, Small, though it's a big money, but this is a must. Then friends, I'm telling you, zero. My knowledge is zero. June. Then go on, ask everybody. I'll ask a number of people. Nobody will tell. Then I'll open the Googles, read everything. Common sense. Common sense. I learned life. There is a Tamil saying, Anbe un annai, Arive un tandai. Common sense is your father. That's the thing. slowly, I'm happy to say that even the adjudicating authorities, they tell we respect you for your knowledge. Of course, I am not knowledgeable, but whatever little I know, I can tell well. That is the 230 is a massive money. We asked, the bankers told me, you appoint some big lawyer. That lawyer told me, you have to pay me 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs is the total advice. But any queries you, like petitions and all, you talk to me. You phone starts operating 1 hour 25,000. Any petitions we want to check up and give you 1 lakh. So bankers told that they are paying there. I'm only have to do all this. Sorry, since they told me, I prepared everything petition and gave him. 1.5 months he has taken. And then comma full stop he has. Then he gave me one senior counsel, he gave me one case study based on which he has said. That case study, what happened? The Honorable NCLT resurrected its committee of creditors they created. Once liquidation is ordered, the COC comes to an end. There is no COC. Committee of creditors dies. Bankers lose their teeth. They will be going on abusing you as RP. But liquidator, they will not. They can't do anything. Though they will try to abuse you. Bank means abuse. They love abusing. They are on the verge of retirement. They go on tell you, you get so much fees like that. And then they'll start abusing you. This is what I've been seeing. And I told, no. I do resurrected COC, it is not there in the code. They will challenge. And that case was challenged. And 2 years it took for NCL80 to give order. I said, no, I will go by judgments of Honorable Prakash Kumar, that I will do it. Litigation you should not get into. Today, after 14 months, 18 months, 440 days, no one could challenge it in NCLAT till now. That extent we have handled that. So, this is another great opportunity. You are running the business. CAs can run business much better than anybody. Of course, once you get an experience, everybody can run. But CAs inherently, they are very, very capable, is my assessment. So, you will be helpful to do transaction audit, fraudulent transactions, and this. So, what an opportunity. I tell you, friends, one assignment you do, you can retire forever. And thereafter, you can serve the people or you can relax. After all this, for 30 years of troubles, and what you say you don't know, that is the background to this. Right. So, now comes most important thing. Second area. So far, any questions on this part I have completed? Okay. Please ask questions, friends. Hot water. Hot water? Yes. Now I'm proceeding. No questions. Now, friends, appearance before tribunals. You must know what is this tribunal. I'm saying this is for all the, not only for NCLT friends, corporate lawyering, insolvency lawyering, which is part of it, then income tax tribunals, and more importantly, our institute, they will go on file cases against members. And They will pass any orders they like. That's another thing. I've seen many members get stuck up with disciplinary cases. They really shake like anything. Very much. And an institute will be ruthless. They wanted to prove they are the most honest people and therefore you will be penalized. One more important thing is you will know what is good to you. You tell lawyer, he may not understand your problem. Most times this is happening. Most times this is happening. The lawyer is not knowing because he won't have, he's got so many cases. Why should he think of you? 1 or 2 points he'll take and plead. If you go to dogs, fine, he'll go away. So this all will help you. And if you are not a lawyer, friends, I am telling you will be unfit CA. Always worried. You don't know what is. I was like that. I'm not talking about others. I used to be very scared. Though I'm having a problem of asking questions. If something goes wrong, I react. That's my problem. For that, I needed to be a lawyer and I became a lawyer. Understand? So, okay. Now, the tribunals, when you go before a tribunal, please remember, they are summary proceedings. They are summary proceedings. Civil procedure code is there. And that is too much. And this is you will have, the court will not inquire. You go and tell this fellow is bad, that fellow is bad, and all. Court has nothing to do with it. Secondly, IBC proceedings are very, very simple. I'll give a simple example. One case, I'll tell you how it is handled. The case is this. A company is admitted to resolution process. A company is admitted to resolution process. CIR process, corporate insolvency resolution process. As soon as the company is admitted, the resolution professional is appointed, there will be a moratorium. Section 14 will operate. IBC is a group legislation. Suppose there are 5 bankers are there. Each one gave 100 crores, 500 crores. One man files the case. It is admitted. Then all other 5 should join. Totally 500 crores. It's a group legislation. After in the end, a new man comes, this money will be distributed to them, whatever it is. That is the law. What happened? This gentleman, IRP, was appointed by a particular bank. Then they received 30 crores refund from some GST, from a letter of credit, what is honored. They got back. That was deposited. That is because the banker is his bank. They adjusted that. They have adjusted that. So RP told me that I'm not having funds to run the company as a resolution going concern. That is the objective. Somehow they gave me that. So it came before we prepared the petition. Before I tell you how I prepared the petition, after preparing the petition, it has come before one honorable adjudicating authority, Varadarajan. He is a chartered accountant and a lawyer. On that day, first petition hearing is first day hearing. On that day, what happened? He has finished first bench one, his bench. And my bench is last one. My bench is bench 2. No judge was there, so he was coming. The bank has appointed very senior lawyer. Audio, throat paining. The mic went. So he's already completed 60 cases and he came to this bench. And he was about to get up. I said, my lords, what's the questions? I wrote something, 5 points. He just looked at it. Okay. Immediately this senior counsel started arguing. He told him, you submit your written submissions, we'll pass the orders. Orders reserved. It took 4 minutes. Took only 4 minutes. The opponent lawyer, big man. I'll talk about him little later. Now what did I write? I'll tell you, I won't tell you now. He just looked at that 5 points and immediately third day order passed. Directed the bank to refund the money. He wrote a beautiful order. Then these people challenged before NCLAT and they appointed the topmost lawyer, big man, Delhi, no, everything in Hindi, but they'll talk, they won't see our faces and all. That gentleman, 3 times he argued, 45 minutes. What is letter of credit, what is debit credit and all. Very. And then it took almost 8 months. And 8th month, the bench changed, another bench came. Then again he argued. The judge said, I'm tired. Because judges, they are very old people, 65 years old. They see about 10 to 15 cases and they'll close and go. The cases, 1,000 cases will be pending. The government has not appointed proper judges, benches, nothing. Cases die like that. I requested, Lordship, give me 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes, I'll win this case. And the judge heard 3 minutes only, and I won the case. Opposite is Shraddul Mangal Das, some big man, very big man. He was arguing. That is the case. How did I win? I'll show you the order also. Order passed by the NCLAT. First, when I came before this judge, single judge, this is an NCLT, I studied the judge. First, I spent time in understanding the judge. That is not in the case. Beforehand, I'll go, I'll sit. I keep watching the judges. Each judges have their own styles. Remember, if you take Madras High Court Chief Justice, Honorable Chief Justice, he is extraordinarily brilliant. You please understand. See, by the time you say something, he will ask you a question and he will pass the order correctly. Amazing. Understand? Many of my cases on IBC were there. And their lordship was telling me the other day, just I prepared that. He told me, Shivakumar, you are challenging the challenges. Before I could say admit notice. That case is coming on 31st and 1st, 2 cases about IBC only. I'll talk about it. So first step is you must understand the judge. I'll give you 3 judges whom I have seen and said. Honorable Prakash Kumar. You have to submit to him, he will read. He'll just read. He's very knowledgeable. So, he's very pleasant judge. He doesn't get angry. He reads. So, he's clear about the case. Clear. Then he'll hear both sides. He'll pass the order. Honorable Varadarajan, being a CA, is much, his speed of understanding the facts is accounts, no, he understands very fast. Then we have, my experience I'm talking, Honorable Sucharita Madam. She has got a very powerful way of questioning you. You should be ready. Understand? Based on what you say, only she will, Lordships will answer. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So you have to be prepared for each stage. You cannot apply the same logic. Some judges are very pleasant. All are pleasant. But some judges like to pound you. You should not think wrongly. You should learn from them. Understand? You have to train yourself. That means you are not gone well prepared. Understand? So some people don't give chance to you to talk because the senior counsel talks, and problems are there. That is also there. I'll talk to you about it. But first is reading the judge's mind. You must read the mind of the judge. They like that way. You cannot say they should like your way. So how did I go to this, Mr. Varadarajan, Honorable Varadarajan? I know he's a CA. So he'll know what is a letter of credit, what is, there is no need for a technical member. He's a judicial member with, then I just put it, date of admission of CARP. 2, claim submitted by this bank. This bank submitted claim 80 crores. They have submitted. 3, adjusted amount so much. After the adjustment, revised claim so much. And what is the amount adjusted? Cash balance, GST refund, LC refunds. The date of admission moratorium comes into play, whereas the date of adjustment is after 1 month. Their grounds of argument is IRP allowed them to adjust it. That's all. The law does not, IRP has no power to adjust it, and in fact is a disciplinary case, violation of regulation. That's all I wrote. I put it in my discussion itself, claim filed, admitted, revised claim. That's all. And then bank adjustments with the running. That's all I put. So the case is over. When NCLAT came, 3 minutes I showed him the same thing. This is the case. Now I'm not into IRP whether he is competent to permit or not. He is not competent. This is the case study. But it's a simple. When will IRP come? When the matter is admitted. Along with that, section 14 comes. That's all my argument. The other side person, the top man who must have charged 30 lakhs for that, and went on and on and on, debit, credit, and all these explaining. But he has to do for the amount he is charging. Understand? That is the first step. Remember that. Simple. That is called summary proceedings. Don't go on, stuff the judge with too much of stuff. They won't read. Remember, friends, judges must go and write the order. Per day, they are looking at 100 cases. 100. After 1 week, 10 days, 1000 cases. How will they pass orders? They will not remember what is argued also. Naturally, can you? Boring. If I teach one another 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you will be bored. So therefore, it is a very tough task. How will you assist the court? By making it very, very simple. By making it very, very simple. I remember one disciplinary case. Very big madam, income tax, I remember. Top lady having some 600 tax audits. CA Institute passed disciplinary case against the madam. And then somebody told, I will help her. She came. Then I told madam, you want to come and present or you want to be in your house? She told me, no, I want to come. I appear before income tax department. So I'm very good. I said, you appear for somebody else, not for you. You appear for somebody else, not for you. But in this case, your matter is there. So you think about it, ma'am. She said, no, I will appear. Then she was sitting next to me. Then Mr. Amarjit Chopra and Atul Gupta, G, both G's. Amarjit sir is very nice man, friend. They were reluctant to see my face. Then this madam, they were questioning the madam. Why you did, why that, this. That man, I told the madam, keep quiet. But she was answering. Okay, you please submit a thing saying that I have accepted this, that. That madam cried, sarak and all. She lost cool. I just got her. I told her, you have to talk to me. I am her counsel. You have to talk to me. I am her counsel. Why are you? Why did madam appear? Ask me to appear before you. So please listen to me. Let me be getting opportunity. If you don't want to listen, we will go. We will know how to deal with this. Yes, yes. Then I told him, what right you have to issue such notice? Where is the jurisdiction for you? Already Madras High Court has quashed this. You have no power. Sending a notice. Let her take 100 cases. Can you question a doctor? 100 heart patients only should do in a year? 1,000 he will do. His expertise. This is not maintainable. Violation of Article 19. Either you, okay, I will go to Madras High Court, get the stay. That's all. Why are you pressurizing her to cry? They kept quiet. He got up, came out. They told, after 5 days, you please, I told, no need, we are moving Madras High Court and get a stay. That's the problem with you, he was telling me. So next day we moved Madras High Court and got the stay, completely stopped. Okay, many such cases came and we stopped. So, these tribunal proceedings, sometimes the judges are experienced, sometimes judges are not experienced judicially. They sit and then they go on pound you for nothing. So therefore, one has to face all these things. That is called summary proceedings. You don't give tell. One more example I'll give you. One more example. What is summary proceedings? All these tribunal proceedings are driven by principles of natural justice. That means they must listen both sides. They must give opportunity of being heard. But that doesn't mean you endlessly argue. You understand? So you should not get angry, you should be highly polite. But this route you follow, you will be successful. Make life easy for adjudicating authority. In one more case, I will tell you. The same big company, 2,000 crore company, and the resolution plan was approved by 100% bankers. And the State Bank again filed case after voting in favor of the resolution plan. They went to NCLAT because they did not get something here. Thundering, same gentleman came, thundering. Thereafter, again we said, I got it. No, they say, chartered accountants, he was telling, these fellows don't do anything. They do like this, that is telling. That man, that honorable adjudicating authority, don't talk about, be little people. I told it's okay. He's a senior lawyer, he can do. But you listen to me, my case. I asked only one question. The resolution plan is approved. And he has voted already. There are only two things. When the plan is presented before you, bankers, they have to apply commercial wisdom. That means they all have to sit and discuss. Thereafter, you have to reject or accept. And these people accepted. After accepting, that is principle of estoppel will apply. So where is the question of is challenging it? It's not maintainable. Second, this honorable tribunal has no jurisdiction because commercial wisdom is not justiciable. Only 2 minutes. Dismissed. Understand? Then I also wrote that clearly when this is the plan presented, this is the e-voting, and they have filed it. Principle of estoppel, citations. 2 pages. You can see the judgment. I'll read out. Exact whatever I wrote, tick paragraphs. Judgment delivered next day. In this COVID period, emergency petition, urgent petition was allowed. On that day itself heard, and 3 senior counsels were arguing along with them. Here, senior, junior is not, the subject is important. The way you present is important. And you should always be composed. You must anticipate what sort of questions they will ask. And the facts, evidence, just to read you should understand. This is not a big thing. We are all used to talking too much. That is the problem, like Republic TV. That is not required in proceedings. Summary proceedings, I'll tell you. One more example. This was the first case for me. So, I really took it seriously, friends. Already, the old IRP, 107 days it took. During the first meeting itself, they decided to remove him. And that bank wanted to appoint me. They have appointed me. But I took charge after 107 days. And that was my first assignment. And I visited the factory. I restructured the factory, how to run it well. And reorganize the structure, everything I have done. Valuation I have completed. All simultaneously. Advertisement got it. I also did personal canvassing and got 12 resolution applicants. 300 crores against the claim of 400 crores was there. But what happened to me is the promoter is very close to the chairman of the bank. So he came and told me, don't do all this. Already we have set right. This company we will take back. Maximum 70 crores. He told me, this is, if you give 70 crores, I'll start better factory than this. Then I said, why do you take 400 crores? He said, bankers they're like that. I paid money, so I got it. Like that he was telling. I don't know how far it's true. But nobody will give. So you give me 70 crores. Bankers also ready. And you adjust to me, we will take care of you. I told him, what is this? This is government money, we are all paying taxes. Like that I talked like a fool. So then he told me, second time he told. Third time he told me, we will replace you. The chairman has decided you are not going to listen to him. So I wanted to do a forensic audit because they wrote of stock worth 327 crores, bronze. They threw it in the sea, they tell, not really done. Bankers never went and checked that. Because the links are there. I said, if I do fraudulent transaction, then I'll get back all the money from the promoters. Then the chairman called me and all that. I said, no, sir, you remove me. but I won't do like that, because I do something, then CBI inquiry. Already, if you are nice, you will talk bad. So I won't do that, sir. Please. What they have done? They filed a case against me. They filed a case against me, making allegations. I am inefficient fellow. I colluded with corporate debtor. 10 points. And hearing came. That senior counsel became furious. He was abusing me. I told him, sir, don't abuse me. I have not done like that. If you abuse me, put it in a affidavit so that I'll reply. He doesn't reply. Big man, hey, you did this. Judge also told, no, he has done a good work. See, 12 resolution applicants he got like that. But then bankers decided to remove, means it is absolute power. That's what Supreme Court said. First mistake. Commercial wisdom not justiciable. Even second hearing, I wrote a letter to him. Sir, you are making allegations in the court. I don't do such things. Even you, I'm like that. But then you should show me why I am not efficient. Inefficient, can you tell a professional like this? He wrote a letter to me saying that I am a man of 35 years experience. You are nothing. But I am very good in defamation law. I am extremely good. Thanks to somebody. And then I thought, this fellow doesn't know me. I recorded everything. 3 hearings. I was removed. I was removed by the judge. And I also felt okay. Then I filed a case against that fellow, including the advocate. I filed for 3 crores against the chairman of the bank. And it was admitted. It went up to Supreme Court. Then that senior counsel, when he sees me, I will never do like this, sir, you leave me. I said, not to me. Doing with me means it will cost you. You should not do with young lawyers like this. You should respect others. Telling you are a thief and all, it's a big thing. Senior counsel should not do this. You should encourage youngsters to become great. So that time, you should not have made that petition, because inquiry should be done, no? Whenever allegations are made, they need an inquiry. And this court has no power to do inquiry. Summary proceedings means they cannot do any inquiry. That is the point. And anyway, if somebody abuses, that's also advantage. You can charge 2-3 crores, you will get 18% interest. You understand? Any defamation law, I will advise you, I'm good. I went to Supreme Court, and that Honorable Supreme Court bench, Lalit bench was there, Honorable Justice. What is this guys talking like this intemperate language they're using against a chartered accountant, like that? So that is one process. So summary proceedings, even any disciplinary case, they should refer to IBBI. But the problem with IBBI, they will find you guilty. That is the problem. Recently, I received one chairman of a big bank, executive director. They were my close friends as GMs. I was training them for ED exams. So most of the bank's EDs are close to me. They called and told me, Shiva, we want to give you an assignment. Your website shows you are suspended. I asked the institute, why did you suspend me? They said, no, we suspended you because 3 years back somebody made a complaint against you. And what is the complaint? I asked. That he said you took 50,000 in cash. I said I already declared it because he was not having bank account. Then later on they said no, there is no need to. He has done bona fide. They have also sent that letter. I filed 2 crores against our ICI, IPA. And then 31st, that hearing, Chief Justice, it's coming. How they are using that sweeping powers against the ordinary members. And I suspend you, your reputation is lost. I thought, okay, at least we'll collect some money from these guys after this matter. 31st, that hearing is Chief Justice, when he's admitting, he told every paragraph he wrote, you must answer. Today only I received a reply, no answer they gave. That is what has happened. We will deal with it. So therefore, this is the summary proceedings. And here, friends, I will give you Amma and the Prakash sir, the Kuduma opinion. From this, you understand, friends, these are simple proceedings. You must go well prepared. The first
opinion
written arguments. The judgments padikalam. Right. Amma, sure. 1 minute, friends. We'll get ready. படிக்க முடியுமா அவங்கள? Friends, can you read that? You can put it full screen here itself. Okay. You can see this judgment. This is a judgment we have. This is the judgment. This is the facts. The facts giving rise to the instant appeal are as follows. This is about the company. Are you able to see that, friends? Any data? Are you okay with the things which I am trying to say? Are you all able to see the judgment? Okay. Since you are not complaining, I presume that you are seeing that. Yes. Is the judgment already there? Whatever I have said like this, what is my stand? What is the court said? Submissions on behalf of the appellant, that is that side, they appealed against the order of the NCLT. I will just tell you the judgment only I want to see. This is the respondent. I have submitted like this. The learned counsel for the respondent during the course of the argument and also written submissions submitted that corporate debtor was admitted to CARP when the moratorium as per section 14 of the IBC came into force. The learned counsel for the respondent, that is me, further refer to Form C, wherein the total claim which included is this. I showed this is the claim, 34 crores, and this was the amount. It was further submitted that appellant did not dispute the following amounts appropriated. Appellant is liable for repayment of interest as under. It is further submitted that letter of credit. Now this is the order. Very simple. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and perused the records of the case, considered the arguments advanced on behalf of the parties and gone through the written submissions filed on behalf of appellant, here of the view, fourth COC meeting was held in this copy as engrossed, transferring the balance wrongly recovered from PNB during moratorium. So we brought the matter to the COC and took the concurrence of all the bankers. That is the procedural issue. That is must. Then this is the citation. RP will provide. They have also agreed to revert. Appellant is only on the instruction of the prior approval of IRP, namely Motapa. Payment of LC was made by debiting the cash credit account. From the perusal of the record, it appears IRP, namely so and so, was removed. The order dated this NCLT Division Bench 2, Chennai. They have passed for this. All of these things. The erstwhile IRP is exposed to proceedings of disciplinary committee in a similar case. So I have given a citation where IBBI has fined another fellow, not this chap. We were further viewed, the learned counsel for the appellant have failed to make any ground on finding recorded by learning adjudicating authority. So we are affirmed the finding recorded in the imputed order during these things. Order. Having regard to the foregoing discussion, we are of the view that no illegalities in the imputed order and in this adjudicating authorities, it is dismissed. That is the point. So now you are supposed to get the point clear, and that is the one point we have placed this before you. Yes. Now we are, yes. Are you all okay? Any questions can be raised? No questions are being asked. Okay. And we are already explained you most of the things, and now it is for you to get going with the and if now I would like to take the PowerPoint presentation, I'll send it to them, and any questions is there, I can, it will be good for me to answer. And next judgment
There are no questions, sir.
no questions.
Yeah.
1 minute. One more thing I'll take, and how I presented 255. Okay.
515.
Okay. Oh. I know. I'll do that. This one. This is another case we are talking about where the topmost lawyers appeared before. This is a judgment of the Honorable Adjudicating Authority Chennai bench. This was the case. Actually, it gone to Delhi and then has come back here. Order. These are the prayer. What is the prayer? First, whenever you are arguing a case, suppose somebody has filed against you, you have to see what is the prayer. There are certain basics are there in any case to be handled, and whether that person is competent to file the petition, whether the adjudicating authority has got the jurisdiction to adjudicate the matter, whether the provisions under which that case has come in are correct, whether the facts are supporting you, and whether there are any citations. Don't stuff too much. Recently, Honorable Supreme Court was telling people are bringing truckloads of papers. Say, knowing fully well nobody will read it. Knowing fully well nobody will read it. Right. This is the prayer. The appellant, that is the other side, State Bank filed serious procedural lapses on the part of the RP in conducting COC meetings. Applicant counsel states that RP respondent has violated applicant counsel final revised petition. So many things. So this is allegations I filed. You remember, RPs are being attacked by bankers. RPs are being attacked by the resolution applicants, promoters. They go to the extent of killing, and most important attacks by the IBBI and the IPA-ICA, because these two bodies don't have anybody experienced in reviving. They think RPs are thieves. There it is, we are paying fees to that fellows. But then all retired people, many of them are retired, they come and sit there and they will expect you to be Harishchandra's grandfather. Okay. And economic legislation, see, for example, your son is there. When you are trying to understand your son, you will think so many issues. Will you take overall, or one mistake he has done, therefore you kill him? Will you do like that? Because of IBBA only, this entire legislation is got ruined. And here, friends, this is economic legislation, business legislation. It is based on results. Whereas the chairperson and others are there for 5 years without producing any results. That is because, you know, the government is not taking care. They are not doing a review process, and therefore this is happening. Anyway, I am already filed cases against them. Let us see what's going to happen. Okay, this is the thing. And coming to the, I think my time is getting up. Let us see. By the color vandirukku. So let us see what is the last part of it, how they have handled it, Honorable Judge. Right. This is dismissed by that fellow that raised by the counsel for the appellant is that you can see only point in which we won is only two things. This is estoppel and COC. You see here the stand of the appellant that they have voted in favor.
Hey, Mohan. Mohan.
Hello?
Mohan, okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Is it over? Somebody is talking. I don't know what is that. Any questions?
No question, sir.
Oh, can I continue or close?
Only, yeah, you can close. There was some request for your contact details.
Okay, okay. That gentleman gave, no? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
He's
give him,
asking
sir. You can give him. No problem.
Okay.
The contact is 9444 785500. But dear friends, I cannot answer stories. Okay. You kindly send that query in WhatsApp. Then I will be able to react to you. If not immediately, a little. But then definitely I'll address the issues. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We had a good personal experience he shared. So I think all the members found it useful. Thank you very much for your precious time and valuable knowledge shared with us. Divya, are you there? Over to you. Divya? Hello, Divya, are you there? Yeah, friends, we had an excellent sessions on. Yes, Divya, please propose
sir.
formal vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Dear members, on behalf of Bangalore branch, I would like to propose formal vote of thanks for today's study circle. Thank you so much, Venkat sir, for giving an excellent presentation, sparing your valuable time. Thank you so much on behalf of Bangalore branch and also on behalf of all the participants, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all the participants also for your active participation. Kindly visit Bangalore branch website for further programs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye. Good night.
Good night,
Bye,
sir.
Good
sir.
night, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Divya.